Hello, the Pokemon fan 993 here, back with more Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke Randomized. So, you want to know what the description are? The rules are basically randomized, and I'm doing a Nuzlocke the entire game. There are a couple of rules that I put in place, but you can check the description of the video or ask me on stream if you want to know what's going on. But essentially, what the whole thing is that I have to beat the entire game with randomized Pokemon, with randomized movesets. And if I lose a Pokemon, I have 2 chances to revive them on, and then after that, I cannot revive anymore. And if they happen to die after that, it means that they're gone forever. I can no longer use them. I can only catch 1 Pokemon per route, and there are just a couple other small rules, but I've modified it because it seems every time I do a randomized Nuzlocke, I get unlucky, and I have to start the whole thing over again. So I kind of modified the rules just a little bit to make it a little bit more bearable. But last time I basically took down the gym, so. The Celadon gym. So now we have to go back to, and we got the Silph Scope, so we're gonna head back to, oh, yeah, because I can remember it so damn clearly. Back to, Lavender Town. So I can go to the Pokemon Tower, so I can go up using the Silph Scope and encounter Pokemon, and, get to the very top. So, it is interesting to note that I don't know if the randomizer is going to let me, like, whatever the Pokemon is that Jumon's mother's supposed to be, I don't know if it's going to let me catch that mon or not. It might be programmed to be Marowak automatically. Maybe it's going to switch them on, maybe I can't catch it, for whatever reason. We'll figure it out. Did I battle this guy already? I did. Yeah, okay. So, when we enter the Pokemon Tower, it says we have new areas so we can catch the first Pokemon we see on there as well, so. Really the only thing I've gotten that's, like, really mind-blowing so far, aside from the legendaries for whatever reason, is I got 1 shiny, a Cacturn. And I tried to use it and it died. So we're in the Pokemon Tower now. So, if you're wondering how I can run indoors, that's because I have a part of the randomizer on where you can run anywhere you want, regardless if you actually can or not. That's just to make move a bit smoother. We're also going to encounter our rival here. I don't know if we can encounter Pokemon before we encounter our rival. We're going to try. It might be there's not any Pokemon on this floor at all. There is not. Okay, so we're at the battle our rival. So their Pokemon are randomized as well, so I'm just going to quickly go over before I do my first battle, like what I got here. If you want to pause the video, check out these mons, you can check them out whenever you want to. Essentially, I think it's a pretty okay team. I wouldn't say it's the best. But like I said, since the randomizer really screws with Pokemon, the only thing that I didn't fully randomize because I kind of forgot, I had to this is actually my 3rd attempt to randomizer. We're not worried about Shell. Shell's just kind of like a bonus one we're using for Cut and Surf. I forgot to randomize abilities when I re-randomized the ROM, so now we're going to fight Green. He's designer green now, he's a Corphish. So, Pokemon normally don't have the same move they have normally, so we're going to see Corphish has Vine Whip at 20. On Mine, that's another interesting one. You can also tell below my emulator, you can see that it says physical and social moves. And in this particular Gen 3, I think it was the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Firelight, and Leaf Green, moves are separated depending on their type, and not by special attack or attack. So all physical moves, for example, normally, let's, for example, use Shadow Ball in this game. That's an easy example. It's actually kind of a physical move and not a special move. And then, of course, Fire, even though, let's say use Fire Punch, it would still, he is an Entei. It would actually count as a physical, even though, Fire, it would count as a special, even though Fire Punch technically in every other game is a physical. So he has an Entei, that's interesting. Never ran into a good amount of legendaries so far. Couldn't want to go back to. Was that Ice Beam? I think it was. I one-shotted a legendary. It's quite a bit of experience. Sunflora. Probably not a good idea switching like normally into a Pokemon like this, but we do have Sludge, so not that bad, I don't think. One shot, nice. So because of the special physical split, the way they handle it, I have to be very careful what I choose for my mons, for moves. Luckily, it's not a competitive thing, so there's not really a lot of problems, per se, with that. Of course, I'm going to start missing Rocket now. Get Iron Tail, that's just a net. This is normal with the burn. Also, I apologize for the fan in the background. It's always hot in my room with this newer place, so I have to deal with that. And probably you guys have to as well, because, you know, you want to watch. Banana Punch, didn't connect. Banana Punch connected. That's crazy, actually hit him with the sand attack going for hitting me. Hyperview. Okay, I was not expecting it to one-shot me. Okay, so Pinwheel is officially dead. Had him for about 1 episode. Yeah, I was not expecting the Hyperbeam to do that much damage. It's crazy that physical move, too. You took it easy. Shut up. Alright, so I can't use Pinwheel anymore, which is probably alright, because Pinwheel was decent, but I wouldn't call him good, and we're going to encounter a Pokemon anyway. So, we're going to go to the Pokemon Center. And that's what I mean when I say I usually get really screwed over with these randomizers, because stuff like that will happen. So we're gonna, hang on a sec, I gotta take that Poison Barb off him. I basically had the Poison Barb, I'm just doing enhanced Sludge's power. Gotta be careful how often I use the speed up feature, sometimes it screws with the game. Oops, I put him in the wrong spot. He's not going there. Oops. You're gonna see I've lost quite a few Mons already. Hardest challenge we're gonna deal with is just the Elite Four itself. Alright, now we have the Oscilloscope, we have everything we need. We can go into Pokemon Tower, go past where we had the battle, and get our first Mon. Before I do so, I want to make sure that I'm alright on Pokeballs. I am. I have a way too many of Great Balls. I must have bought them because of the randomizer. Alright, we are in the first spot here. So that's a place in this tower you can heal your Pokemon without going outside, so that's also nice. What's the first Mon we're gonna find? A Seeking. Okay. Interesting. The only thing I am worried about is killing it, because I can theoretically do that because my levels are nearly double. Oh, I totally forgot to change my Hypnosis, that would help. What else could I really do, though? Like, nothing Groudon. I think Groudon was one Shadow Ball, so... Alright, I know what I'm doing. We're swapping the bait. Use Disable, didn't work because I have used yet Sweet Kiss. Confuse, hurt itself with Confusion. Then we're gonna actually wait a little bit. We're purposely gonna use Sweet Kiss again. Now that Confusion Flame Wheel. Okay, that's interesting. Sweet Kiss again. Basically, I'm using Sweet Kiss to try to make him hurt himself with Confusion a bunch of times. Of course, when I'm out of Sweet Kiss, I'm gonna think of another strategy, but... Alright, that's good. So now we're gonna switch Chan in. Chan has Hypnosis. And hopefully I put the sleep before it kills itself. Okay, snapped out, that's good. So we got Hypnosis in, now we're gonna try to catch it. First ball, maybe? It is a station Pokemon though, so maybe not. Alright, I got it. Well, I think I made this one pretty easy. It's called Seeking, but it's female, so I'm just gonna call it Queen. Horn on its head is sharp like a drill, it bears a hole in it, but I'm gonna make its nest. Yes, I am. I'm gonna call it Queen. Let's see. The hell's the... Oh, there it is. We're going to make it lower. Whoops. Hitting the wrong buttons here. Oh my god. I'm not used to naming Pokemon in this game. Alright, let's go. Q... Alright, let's have a look at Queen. Queen obviously has no condition to fight right now. Only Nature. Let me do a quick look real quick to see what Lonely does. Lonely Nature, because I'm not an expert on the Nature thing. Let's see. Lonely Nature, plus 10 to attack, minus 10 to defense. Okay, that's not terrible as long as it's a physical attacker. Minimize that. What else we got? Alright, so we have Swift Swim. We have Flame Wheel, Razor Leaf, Disable, and Rapid Spin. Okay, so Flame Wheel is... Fire is a physical move, or a special move that's not that good of a start. Razor Leaf is a... Another special move. The Rapid Spin's a physical, so it's a mix of special and physical. So I think Rapid Spin's going to be the best one here, but it's not... I could still use it, hoping that it gets better moves. I'm going to leave it there for now. I probably should go back out real quick and just heal it. And I probably should, like, try to level it up as well. At least a little bit. So I'm going to do one more quick look up. I'm going to go to Cerebi. These are my go-to site for Pokemon stuff. We are going to go to, let's see, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald section. We're going to go to Water. And we're going to take a look at... So for those who don't know what a randomized moves, it randomizes the moves in particular, but it doesn't randomize the, it doesn't randomize when the Pokemon learns moves. So, it's going to learn its next move at level 24. It's learned a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 moves so far. So once I get to the move reminder, I might have better luck with some of my mons anyway. So it's learned its next move at level 24, it's going to take a hot minute for me to be able to do that. But I do have a small ace up my sleeve. If I need to level up a mon badly, I can actually go to the route to the south and fish up a Groudon. Groudon's only level 5, so it's very hard for a Seeking to die to it, considering the level gap. And it gives quite a bit of experience, if nothing else. I probably got the worst mon in the tower, I have a feeling, but, you know. Do I have anything to increase any of its moves? Any held items? Mental Herb, Moonstone, Energy, White Herb, 2 White Herbs, Ice Heal, a Silk Spark. That would power up its Rapid Spin, which is technically its strongest move. Okay, what other moves do we do? Whatever items do we have that we can use? Scope Lens, critical hit. Okay. Charcoal. That could help with its fire attack. You know what, considering fire is a special move, I probably should do this just to give it a little more boost to that particular move. Kind of make that my main move. Shovel Salt, Miracle Seed. I do have a Miracle... Wait a second. Which one's better? Actually, I have items for all of its moves. I think Great Seed is technically better because it has a critical hit increase, right? It does. But Flame Wheels... Yeah, let's keep Charcoal on it. So Queen's moves definitely aren't bad. I just don't know if it's going to be, like, good enough. I think we're going to head to the... back to, west. I think it's west. In order to, try to level it up. So why not normally would be a problem, but, I fought it before, so it's a slight problem. The thing that sucks about Why Not, because I have, is, how would I say this? Is that Why Not normally relies on its moves, its regular moves, in order to counter a lot of its attacks. The thing is, it's all those other attacks besides HP is really kind of ass, so that's why I haven't used it yet. Yeah, 18's yeah, I'm getting a little too less experience here, so we're gonna use the Anvil to make sure Seeking doesn't fade going back to Pokemon Center. And we're gonna go back to Pokemon Center, we're gonna see what's inside Pokemon Tower. If I feel like Seeking's gonna die, or Queen's gonna die, we will back off. Oops. I don't use that fast forward button way too much. What else is here? A Yanma. That's something I could probably use. Mud Sport. But that gets quite a bit of experience. Bag on. I thought I would have ended that first. That's Supersonic. Supersonic and Dragon Breath and Spiderweb? My god, that thing is packed. My thing is that Dragon Breath is something it can normally warn, especially at that. I think it can even warn it at that level. So Yanma. I feel like Yanma's gonna be my best option for this. Yeah, we're at the bit. Wait, do I have any... How much money do I have? I feel like I have a lot of money. I do, I have a shit ton. So we're gonna actually not go buy Pokemon Center this one time. We're actually going to use... I know I have... Okay, Freshwater will work. To heal Seeking, so I'm going back to Pokemon Center every single time. So we're gonna level up Seeking to about level 20-ish, and then we're gonna move on. Hello, Moose. I think he had Meditate there. Level 19. Eccentric. Aurora Beam, okay. That's alright. A Steelix, oh my god. That would have been amazing to have. To have Spiderweb. Why does everything in this tower have Spiderweb? That should give me a bit of experience, right? Yeah, that's probably the best mod to run into is that Steelix. A Scyther. It has Thrash. I'm confused now, but I'm kind of worried I might die, so I'm going to swap. See if I made a good decision. I did make a good decision. Thought if Thunder would have connected, that would have killed Seeking. I think we're level 20. We're at grade 340. So we're going to heal Queen one more time, then when she gets low on HP again, we'll actually go and... Whoops. We'll actually go and get out and actually heal her. Back on. Oh yeah, that thing's a status nightmare. Yeah, we're gonna... I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do with Queen for now. If I need to swap for EXP, I will. I could possibly give it the experience share. Maybe I should do that, at least until I get done with the tower. I know I'm pretty... Do I even have it? I feel like I'm thinking of the wrong game. No, I don't have it because you need a certain amount of species Pokemon in order to get that. So, you know. So we're at the swap for EXP, which isn't really that bad. Just gotta remember to do it. So these guys normally have a bunch of ghost Pokemon like Ghastly and a couple other ones. We're gonna see what they actually have now. Right, tomorrow also change their class and names. So a Tamer can have an Abra. Sacred Fire. That's a crazy move for it to have. Not to mention that you're kind of lucky. It took 3 times for me to get burned, because I'm pretty sure Sacred Burn has only a 50% chance to hit to burn me, and 3 times is well over the... It's a bit over the what you need for that. Do a burn heal? I got a feeling I don't. No, but I do have a lava cookie that basically is like a burn heal. Alright, what do you got? You got one Pokemon is a Letova. Okay. So actually him having Water Sport, I think I'll put Swagger. Okay, that's not good for us when you swap. Left approach it. There we go. Tamer Nutrition was defeated. 768 for winning. The trainer up there along with the item. Items are also randomized, so it's going to be something that it normally isn't. I think normally it's like an Ether or something. Tamer Jonathan has a Talo. I'm against doing that. I have a feeling if I leave it in there, there's going to be a problem. Metal Sound, okay, maybe not much of a problem that I thought. Alright. This item is a Silver Powder. That is a held item for bug Pokemon that increases bug type moves. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone in my party even has any bug moves. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure they don't. Bugs kind of like weak in this game anyway, in this generation, because I feel like there was like a distinct lack of actual bug moves. Now to center it. Probably shouldn't even try to do that, because I could have resulted in me losing Queen. Uh-oh. Okay. Pin Missile made me worried, but it didn't do much damage. But does it have... It has Barrage and... That's crazy. It has Barrage and Pin Missile. Alright, we're here. I think this is where we... Nope, not quite yet. Alright. Tamer really has a Farfetch'd. Lock on. Side Beam. Double Side Beam. Right hit level 33. Sun Crown. Something theoretically I should be able to deal with Queen. Yeah, okay. Queen at level 21. 3 more levels I think until she learns her next move. Tamer was defeated. And there's an item here. A Sharpbeak. That is a... I'm getting a lot of held items. Sharpbeak is meant to increase power of flying moves. Marowak, ironically. Not quite time for me to see it yet. Dig. Tamer Kim. I guess they're all Tamers. Not that I really care. Alright, what's this? Oh, this is... Well, here's where we got the fucking Entei. Well, then again, I've encountered this one, and I've encountered a Lily in the wild that I'm going back to catch at some point, so I can't complain too much. Oh, I saw him. Wait. Oh, no, No, I was right. It was a wild one. Not a wave mail. Pretty useless. And a normal berry. I think that's just for grinding in this game. I don't think there's any special use for it. I will double check, though. Normal, right? I have 2 of those, yeah. Ingredient for medicine. Alright, now we got a few more trainers to fight here. Okay, Christian has a Sharpedo. Not good for us. Take down. Dig. Rough Skin. Should've guessed I had that. I guess I'm used to seeing them with speed moves rather than Rough Skin, because I play competitive a little bit too. That's all the trainers. So, a Flareon as well. Very interesting. A lot of good Pokemon on this thing. Then again, with the floor change, I think what you can find changes too, so it's not that surprising, but it's a little surprising. Tamer Stacy has an Entei. Okay, so Entei, they're definitely catch. I'm gonna guess, considering that's the thing, it's either replacing Ghastly or Haunter for this floor. I'm not crazy about switching to red, so we're gonna switch to Chan instead. Chan has triple kick, ironically. And it's actually very powerful. Clean hit level 22. Tamer Stacy. I think that, yeah, I can step in this thing and it heals my mon for me. So that's helpful. And you can step out and step back in. Green Shark, not that good. Tamer Jonathan has a Wobbuffet. Normally that'd be a little bad for me, but I know for a fact that doesn't happen normally. Unfortunately, it looks like I can't really hurt it very much. So I'm gonna... Wait, it still Shadow Tag, doesn't it? Yep, okay. So I can't swap. However, I can disable one of these moves. So we're gonna go Rage Leaf so I have a chance to maybe get a critical. Okay, it just took a while. Bit of experience for it, though. And I'm not gonna be able to, yeah. Mike has a Hitmonlee. Has Howl. Prefer to one-shot it. I didn't even see what that was. I guess it was something important to be at the very bottom, wouldn't it? Okay, I have no idea what that was. I'll have to look at the recording after that and figure out what that was. So I get for having my finger on the damn speed up button. Camera ups. Razorleaf does do normal damage. Tightening its focus. Okay, that's overheat. That's turning. Oh, outrage. I thought it was overheat. Level 23. Go back and heal. Alright. Get up to 4 now. Tyro. Isn't it crazy we found Hitmonlee and Tyro in the same place? I mean, the person probably got it from somewhere else, but... Yeah. Right, an item down here. Max Elixir. Smeargle. Give me blood. Trainer Alex has a Regice. Vital Throw. That's gonna be all I have because I'm pretty sure. Okay, it has Synthesis. That's definitely not something I can have them view, especially he's gonna spam the shit out of it. Dig, because I know Regice's defense is not as high as special defense. Wing 8506, 762. Salamence. Even if I'm not gonna use Queen, I still have to switch to her and then swap. Because of, you know, experience. Buster Purge, and then Fight. Queen at level 24, so she's gonna learn a new move now. Plant. Okay, that's actually a move that is Water's a special move, so it's not that great. But with something, it means I can hit damage for, yeah. It stops moving from running away, and it's a water move regardless. So, record level 34. Banshee. I can actually use clamp on. Or it's just gonna... Oh, that's right, only... Alright, yeah. Trainer also is gonna be doing. So seeing the next move at 29, and that only wants 3 more moves. We'll go back to the healing circle. We'll try to anyway, but the game's gonna be like, no, you're not gonna get there that easy. Alright. Taylor Victoria has a Mako Heat. Eruption. Okay. That could have been bad if it was an actual fire Pokemon, because Eruption does more damage depending on how much HP you have. If you have max HP, it does the max damage. Luckily, it's also a special move, and Mako Heat definitely is not a special attacker. So we definitely got lucky there. Wait, did Seeking get burned? I thought it did. My bad, Queen. Whooper. Razor Leaf. Goodbye. Item. Great Ball. Okay, so now we have to fight Marowak. So this is going to be interesting to see what it actually is. Be gone, intruders. Alright, is it still Marowak? It's a Gligar. Still says Marowak, though. That means I can catch it. I'm just going to try with other, but we'll see if, yeah. We're going to clamp it. Then we're going to swap. I'm kind of worried about Queen. Silver Razor's as Marowak, but it comes up as Gligar. We also wrestle the Kumon's mother. The mother was time to depart to the afterlife. Had to go through a bunch of Team Rocket movements. Or jugglers, I should say. Aerodactyl. Feature power Swift. Eddie critted me. Oh my god. I think this game... Alright, well I guess I can't have fine luck forever. Well, at least Queen got quite a bit of use in. Nothing else. I can't look at her roll. Fuck you guys. Like our Landon has Nose Pass, which I should be able to one-shot. Yep. Sky Attack. That's a crazy thing for it to try to learn. I'm gonna get rid of Howl. I think Sky Attack will come in handy in certain situations, so... What does Red have for a held item? Oh, Lucky Egg. Yeah, I forgot about that. I could have given that to Queen. Some bitch. Alright. I'm gonna try Sky Attack. God damn. Actually, I think I can give him the Sharp Beak now in order to, like, take full advantage of that Sky Attack. That just means Sky Attack would be my strongest move at that point. So where is... I know I picked one up. Sharp Beak. That's essentially Red's strongest move now. It just takes 2 turns to use. Wait, is flying physical? Flying is a physical move. So it actually is my strongest move. Cool. It has a 10% chance to miss, so it could be definitely a hit or miss thing. So where Jonathan has a Raichu, right, dig that. Ponyta, dig that. Doduo. We're gonna Sky Attack it. Overheat. Keep moving asleep, you bastard. Alright, we're gonna switch to John. Then we're gonna triple kick it. Luciana, triple kick it. That's it. Give me the Poke Flute, which essentially allows us to capture 2 Pokemon. So I'm going to go and I'm trying to remember. I think. Let me check something. Oh, hang on, I gotta put Saking or Queen in the dead box. I can always get her back later if I absolutely need her, but I don't think I'm going to. Also remember that I get a charcoal offer next time I go in there. So, Route 20... What route was... Well, this is the one I caught. Yeah. Route 12. Rattata. I could sky attack the Rattata. That seems like an overkill, though. Magikarp. We're still in Route 12, right? It's Route 12 is where I caught Red at. So I gotta be careful I don't accidentally catch the next one. And I'm just ripping through these guys. Level 36. Alright. Don Fan, Sky Attack. He burned my ass. I can actually use somebody else now since Red is finally hit the level everyone else has. Pool Trainer has a Magnemite. That Focus Punch? It was, I think it was. That's kind of crazy. Celebi. Okay, that's the first one. I got Poison Mix, so fuck you. Deadly Poison, Recover. Alright, we're still good. Yes, I somehow managed to find leftovers, because that's kind of crazy when you think about it as well. Not for Snorlax either, I couldn't even get Snorlax until after I got the Pokemon. So, I'm trying to figure out if Snorlax is on Route 12 or a different route entirely. Okay, so yeah, it's still around 12. So, I have to consider, like, hang on a sec, let me check. I might have found that, right? Yeah. I have to consider a few things here. So yeah, Red was caught around 12. So I can't catch this Snorlax in particular, whatever it turns out to be, because of my ruling. Do I have Surf? I do not. Okay. Because I already caught Red in this route, but then again, I don't think there's a lot of Pokemon I can top a fucking route on, so, you know, there is that. But we will see what the Snorlax is. At least, if nothing else. Alright. I mean, there's a fair chance whatever it is we couldn't even catch it, so... Alright, so that is definitely not a Snorlax Cry. It's an unknown. Okay, so we're not... Definitely not anything worth losing. The only thing that kind of sucks is I think the other one's going to be an unknown, too. Which just kind of sucks, but what are you going to do, you know? Guess we'll go check that Snorlax out, too, real quick. Fortunately, I don't have Fly, so it's not going to be as simple as I'm making it sound. But there is that. I think the Moonbrew Lunar is in, oh god, where is he at? In Gen 1, I'm not really sure. FireRed Leaf Green to be, obviously, but... Let me look. FireRed. Okay, so I have to worry about the after I beat Blaine because he's at between the Sevi Islands. Which is one of the mechanics I'm not too familiar with, but you can get to him after you beat Blaine, so I can't even learn any moves until after that. It's fine, you know. Once I get Fly, though, there is a couple of places I want to go back to. Once I get rid of Snorlax, I can actually go to a different route as well, so it's not a complete waste of my time. Did I heal from the last battle? I didn't, okay. I think it's gonna be another unknown. No, actually this time it's Skinny. So we can definitely catch this. So I think what I'm gonna do is if I encounter a static Pokemon on a route like that, and then I encounter another Pokemon before that or after that, I'm essentially going to decide which Pokemon I want to keep. For example, on this route, before I caught a Ghastly. The Ghastly absolutely sucked, so I got rid of it. And that's the move I'm going to make, is if I find a static Pokemon around and I find a Pokemon in the grass, I'll either choose which one I want to keep. The other one has to be released. It can't just stay in my thing here. So we're going to go Sweet Kiss, Pin Missile, Ice Ball. We're just going to spam Sweet Kiss and we're out of them. And now we got to get Chan in there, Hypnosis it. I hope that's enough. I mean, it's only a bliss, or it is only a skinny, so maybe it's not gonna be that bad. Wait. What did it say? Hypnosis. Oh, he has Safeguard up. Okay, so that's not gonna be as easy as I was expecting it to be. Shit. That was kind of a whole strategy. Like, what do I do now? I'm going to try to catch the way it is. I don't know really what else to do. Oh, I actually caught it. Fantastic. Alright. Alright, I'm going real original with this one. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Naming it Fluff. I can't think of one right off the top of my head for this one, so we're calling it Fluff. Now we're going to check out Fluff. Black's nature, okay, let's see. Black's increases Pokemon defense, increases the defense, decreases special defense. Okay. Cute Charm. Okay, that's fine. Safeguard, Pin Missile, Ice Ball, and Stun Spore. Okay. So, obviously, Safeguard and Stun Spore are not actual hit moves. So, let's see here. Bug is a physical move. Okay, that's good. And Ice is a special, so it's a mixed bag. But its attack and special attack aren't too far apart at the moment. Also, I think I put on a randomized setting for a randomized when they evolve as well. So Skitty happens to evolve relatively soon. I think we also get a random evolution. I'm not sure if that changed the moves or not, because that's one thing I never really got with. But you know, Pin Missile, Ice Ball, not bad. They're kind of low power moves, but I know Ice Ball gets more powerful the more times you use it in a row. So, and Pin Missile just does the same amount of damage, but it can hit 2 to 5 times in a row. So, not bad moves overall. I'm actually going to look up Skitty real quick. Did I? Cerebi. I'm going to pull up Cerebi real quick. I'm going to go back into Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Click Normal. If I can find the damn thing for it. There it is. Scroll down to the bottom. Skitty's going to be in Generation 3. Skitty. So, Skitty actually evolves the Delcatty with a Moonstone. That's interesting. So, it's level 30, correct? It learns a move at level 31 in one level. Okay. And then it learns no moves after that at all. Because once it evolves. So I have a decision to make here. If Skitty is not doing good enough damage, I can evolve it. I think I have a Moonstone. Let me just double check that. Pretty sure I have one. It's actually weird that I have one at all, to be honest with you. Do I have one? I do have one. Okay, I have a big decision ahead of me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to level Skitty level 31. I'm going to see what its move is. And then I'm going to evolve it. And then I'm going to decide from there if I want to keep it or not. Because if it evolves straight with Delcatty, fantastic. If it evolves to something completely useless, then then Skitty's basically useless. But I have the Moonstone, so the chance I need to use another Moonstone or a fucking randomizer is like really low. So I don't think there's going to be much of an issue with that. So I have any rare candies. I feel like I have like one. It's crazy actually how many evolution knives I actually have. You can't however give it the lucky to get it level up faster, so there is that. What Pokemon are here? Like I want to like Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Cynical and Rooper versus Fluff and Medici. Okay. But I really can't do much here with... Oh, I think Ice Ball will work. We're gonna do this and triple kick that one. That's gonna kill Cyndaquil. It does normal damage because Zap Cannon, that could have been bad. Oh, Ice Ball forces you to use it over and over again, so that's interesting as well. I thought it was just the one time and you have to manually use it every single time. So Ice Ball could be bad, depending on what's really going on, but we're gonna go into the grass real quick. And a fucking Armaldo, that's interesting. Psycho Boost, okay. We are definitely not fighting that thing. And I'm gonna keep countering it, alright. Is it the common one? It is the common one. There's a Marowak. Ice Ball, Pain Split. Interesting combination of things to run into. How many healing items do I have left? I feel like I don't have very many. I have a Max Potion. Nope, I have 0 potions. I thought I bought some, but, you know. Yeah, Charmeleon. Nothing I can really hurt. There are... what else do we have here? I'm trying not to run into Armaldo again. Ice Ball. Okay. Did he Destiny Bond me, didn't he? You little cuck. Alright. So, here's what we're gonna do. Can I use the Moonstone even though it's dead? I feel like I can't do that, but then again, the Pokemon games are freaking weird. I can. So we're gonna use it on Skitty and see what happens. If it falls directly into Delcatty, then we'll have to trash it because we lost it, clearly, but... So does it fall directly to Delcatty? It does. It drives it too, doesn't it? No, it does not. Delcatty was nice because I wasn't expecting to hit with the fucking, get hit with the damn, Destiny Bond. Alright. So we're gonna bet the Pokemon Center. Actually, let's wait on that just for a second. Because... what a bike. Did I never grab a bike? It feels like I might not have never done it. I do have one. Okay, we're good. So what's up here? I'm trying to remember. 40. Let's give you an aim point. I do not have that many. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually get on our bike. Actually, I have to remember something. Just game force me on the bike as soon as I get there. How many? Okay, they are all over the place. So I'm going to have to fight, and then be able to get to the grass, and then decide what I want from there. That one on the Sydney Sword Pirate Sword. I did look into that, and unfortunately, I don't think I ever, I don't think there's anything really different. If you want me to, I can show you. I don't think I might not have randomized the shop. Was there normally that many bikers on this route? I feel like there's quite a few of them. Ooh, Kariyama, that's kind of a red flag. That he can be very powerful. Sky Attack. One shot. Fantastic. Chan hit. Alright. There are a lot of frickin' bikers here. I don't remember if there's supposed to be this many, but maybe there is. Okay. The Bulldog Corvus. Okay, it's interesting. Facade. Basement went up for Fire Punch. Alright, we're gonna Fire Punch that as well. Damn, there are a lot of bikers. Relicanth. I'm out of PP for that. Alright. Relicanth is a rare one. Alright. Damn it. I hit the wrong button. Let's see. The Bulldog up front. The Chan kind of in the back. We're gonna battle the bikers. I'm gonna check out the selling apartment store like I was asked. You know, I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything there crazy. Could be wrong though. I have no idea why I use facade there. I think I'm thinking of way too much shit at once. Okay, so, by the way, they're service now, not bikers apparently. Double fire punch. And then we have a Tail to fight. Rabbit Ash. And Bulldog's trying to learn Ice Beat. Interesting one. Ice is a special move. I don't think that's really good for us in any way. So I'm gonna skip that. Alright. Now that we've taken care of like 90% of the people on there, we're gonna actually go back to the Southern Department Store like I was asked to. I'm taking another look around, and I don't think there was anything crazy here per se, but I will double check that. That's for damn sure. I don't think I randomized the shops. Like I feel like when I hastily made this one, I didn't think I was gonna get very far in it. I don't think the shops are randomized. Yeah, I don't think they're randomized either. Unless you mean the items that you get from, like, talking to the girl, then yes, I actually did get those. The shops themselves aren't randomized. Yeah. I got the, I think the TMs were the same too, the gift TMs from the girl. Because you give her those three drinks, she gives you 3 different TMs depending on which drink you give her. And then, of course, the Eevee that was in the apartment, that was the Soul Rock that I got earlier that unfortunately fainted. But I gotta get rid of Fluff. Because she died. I'm not getting rid of her, I'll put her in the dead box. I could potentially revive her later, but, you know, I don't think I'm going to. I don't think she's good enough for... By the way, I think I've lost more during this particular stream than I have in, like, every other stream since then. I think I've lost, like, 3 Mons so far. But now, if we happen to go through here, there's supposed to be some... Yeah, there is some grass. So this is going to be for Route 17. Let's see what we can find. A Porygon 2. Okay. I could definitely see me using this thing. Hopefully it's not going to be ass, but who knows. Switch to Vape. Brick Break. Sweet Kiss. So we're going to use my normal strategy. We're going to Sweet Kiss it. Overheat. Interesting one. We're trying to make it hurt itself a few times here while it's overheating me. But in a lot of defenses might not work as well as I'm hoping to. I'm out of... Yeah, I'm out. So this is one of those mons you really don't see a lot of. So I don't know its catch rate. Its catch rate might be absolutely really, really high to the point where I can't catch it. Here to be pot, here to be pot. Okay. I need to think of a different strategy. Anything I could use that wouldn't, like, outright just blow it the fuck up. I think red Psybeam might be weak enough. Damn, that overheat was crazy. This is a risk, though. But I need to lower its HP somehow. Okay. Withdraw, too. That's interesting. I think if I do another Psybeam, I'm not going to kill it. Cool. So then we got, definitely, that was a slight risk, but we definitely got it. We're going to... Yeah, Brick has a few good moves. So we're going to Great Ball it. It's good. It's still going to fight us. But we got it. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to name this one Polly. Once again, I'm the most creative man in the world when it comes to nicknames, but, you know, I think I'm kind of more thick on the fly than anything else. Let's have a look at this Porygon. Porygon 2 has a lot of defense. It has an item? What's it have as an item? Oh, an upgrade. Unfortunately, I really don't know. Nope, I can't. Well, actually, Porygon 2 only has Porygon 2 in this game, so... Trace, copy special ability. Special attack is actually quite high. Withdraw, overheat, Brick Break, Acid Arm. It's weird it has 2 of those moves. So fighting, I believe, is a physical move, right? What's that? Fighting is indeed physical, and then fire is a special move. So overheat would definitely be, like, its go-to move, per se. We're gonna take a look at its setup in this game. Let's see. Porygon, where are you at? Porygon, and then we're gonna switch over to Porygon 2. What level is it? 24. Okay. So it's learned a total of, it just learned its new move. It's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves it learned. There's 7, and then it learned another 4. So not terrible. What nature was it again? Was it sassy? I think that's a neutral nature. Let's see, sassy. It's neutral nature, is it not? Plus 10 special defense minus speed. That is a crazy, actually really good combination of, like a defensive tank for this situation. The good thing is that, wait, how about this Porygon's regular attack? Its regular attack is actually not bad either. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take the leftovers from Vape. Vape is higher level. We're actually going to give Porygon the leftovers instead to increase its survivability. It'll last longer that way. To get down there. And then, yeah, swap the items. I figured it would probably be sold if I needed to get money. And then trying to think what I should give. Probably the Poison Barb, right? Because that would help with the, actually, let's give the Silk Scarf. That'll power up its Swift attack. Alright. Now we're going to slowly crawl back to Celadon. Because the thing kind of forced us a little bit to go down. Force us down. I think that was even using Porygon quite a bit. And then I have to decide, like, how I'm going to level up Porygon, because its attacks aren't bad. Not in the slightest, but I have to also think, like, in a lot of situations, like, Porygon might fall a little short compared to the rest of them. Normally, it's basically defensive mind, and Overheat's really good, but you can only use it, like, once, and then then again, Brick Break is also a pretty powerful move, and its attack isn't that bad either, so it's kind of a mixed bag. So I guess we'll just go to the next battle and give Porygon a shot. Schoolgirl Rachel has a Sneasel. Inner Focus, so I have Inner Focus now. Overheat would definitely be a one-shot. Yeah. Ralligator is the second one. That could be slightly terrifying. Babes has Swift, however. Hyper Beam. That could be a problem. Faint attack as well. Did Porygon get hurt during that battle? What did Goken did? No, I got poisoned. Okay. That's not as bad. I believe I still have antidotes left, so I don't think that's going to be a problem yet. And then we're going to actually mess with Porygon's moves a little bit. Well, the order of them. I'll put Brick Break up here. We'll withdraw in the back slot. Sir Veronica has a Sandshrew. What's the Brick Break do? Okay, it does quite a bit of damage, I guess. Having the leftovers on thing is going to help a lot. We're going to try Overheat now. Blizzard. And I got paralyzed. Blizzard again, I got paralyzed again. Alright, we're not risking that. We're going to switch to Bait. Swift. Got paralyzed because his ability static. Bramble. Yeah, he's too weak to... Plus I know what Bramble moves are. As extreme speed. You know, I think my Gramble actually had that one too. Then Veronica was defeated. Damn. You would think with us being on a side speed, we wouldn't get a lot of that kind of noise, but we actually do. Alright, now we're going to go to... I think I have a Paralyze here. I have several. Then we're going to use a Sewer Potion. Squirrel Stacy has an Afro. Overheat. Wait, how did... Oh, I think I burned it and then it burned me to synchronization. Okay. I was about to say, how the hell did that happen? Pretty cool. Probably go to level 25. I want this next move, I think it was, let's say 31. play though. Yeah, someone with it. By the way, I'm just gonna remark how many times I've got burned or paralyzed just coming down here. I feel like my luck with Porygon is gonna be kind of like hit or miss. Alright, I think what we're gonna do now is I'm about to end of my stream, you know, hours about up, give or take. Oh shit. And I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna slowly credit the Celadon, I'm gonna heal, and that's gonna end the stream because well, I mean, I'm only 5 minutes off my hour that I normally do. I mean, it's not like a big thing. A lot of hits and misses in this one. Porygon, you know, overheats really good on Porygon, so I can't complain too much. Did lose a few of our Pokemon, but now we have to head, next time we have to head to Route 17. But anyway, I think we'll do a video. Thank everyone for watching. If you want me to see more, and you can like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get another stream and or video out. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you, everyone.